Yeah. Go ahead, Hariji. Then Ramuji. What is this? Swami Parasarthi, people are raising their hands. Now I have to be alert a little bit. Okay, Hariji, go ahead.
Hari Om.
Hari Om.
Guruji, when you were talking about Shushrusha, even in the conventional sense also, it is very much connected with hearing. Unless he hears the patient or the doctor, she or he won't be able to do the Shushrusha.
So you're saying another example is a doctor, is what you're saying, right?
No, doctor or even patient, Shushrusha,
Ah, yeah, got it.
we say normally Shushrusha is that when somebody is taking care of a patient or an old man or an old woman. So he must have the quality of listening to what the patient is saying or the doctor is saying.
Very good point. So Hariji is making an excellent point. Excellent point. He's giving literally an example of serving somebody. And at that time, when you serve somebody, you must listen properly. Because if I'm not listening, then I'm doing what I want to do. Hey, you are supposed to
Yeah,
do what is
yeah,
appropriate for that person at that time. So only if you listen, it's good. I like that. I like that. I like that interpretation. And do they use that explicitly like that in your? Uh,
yeah. In Shushrusha means that you are taking care of that a patient. The patient has to be Shushrushified.
Correct. Sushrusified. Good. Fine. I like that. But I'm saying Sushrusha is serving. I took care of patient, but I listened to the patient idea. That listening part, does it come there or not, is my question.
Yes, yeah. Anybody who does Shushrusha must have the quality to listen to the other person. If I am
Okay.
not listening to you, I will never be able to do Shushrusha to you. Then I will keep on doing whatever I want to do. That
Okay.
is not
All right.
that is
All right. Thank you, Hariji. Very good point. Very good point. I will have to remember this. Um, that listening has to come before serving. And therefore, if there's a doubt, then what the person should do, the person should ask, did you say this? Did you mean this? Should I do this? Is it all right? So many questions, follow-up questions. Very good. I like that.
very you.
Thank you. Hari Om. Yeah, Ramuji, go ahead.
Continuing with Hariji's question, this thing, the doctor should have the first listening capacity. That makes a good doctor.
Yeah,
Nurse also,
correct.
whoever it is. If he doesn't, even the pharmacist should have that quality. If he hears something, if somebody comes and asks the pharmacist, give me for dysentery or this thing, if he doesn't listen, she will give medicine for the other opposite thing, and it will increase. So Susrusha listening is a capacity. The last, especially in the Shastram also, the Shravanam is the what leaves the body is that's the Shravanam. That's why the Shravana mantra is given before the cremation. These
Very
are all
good.
points I could connect. And
Very
doctor
good.
should have also timeliness. If timeliness is not there, she is not fit. She or he is not fit to be a doctor. And karuna should also be there for the doctor, which many doesn't have. And they make people wait at their clinics for hours together. Last week I had an incident at Padavalli. I had gone to a skin doctor. She had given an appointment at 7 o'clock. She had closed the gate and everything was. The assistant itself came at 7 o'clock, and when she opened the gate and she was coming from outside with a child, I asked her to let her in. Let us in. She didn't do it. She said somebody will come and do it, and I will come fast. Then she made us wait till 7:30, even though she was available and free at home. Then after the prescription and all, once in a time, I have never done this to anyone in my last 67 years. I gave a peace of mind to her. That timeliness is that one quality which a doctor should have. If you are not aware of the pain of the patient, what makes you a doctor? I give a peace of
Good.
mind, and I put that my views in the proctor also, and advised my Nana Nani doctors also not to send anyone to them. And then she was adamant, and she was audacious to say that you don't have to recommend me. I have enough patients to me. Then that
Got
made me
it.
wild. Then immediately I put that for morning 4 o'clock. I came at 9 o'clock. After that, at morning 9 o'clock, I put my complaint in the proctor about her.
Thank you. Thank you for that feedback, Ramu.
Okay.
Push-
Second, Swami Paramarthananda says about Puri, Purna. It says, when you are not full, he quotes the example of Puri making. So it says, when you are not full, you go on all over the place. When you are full, you stay in one place in the oil. He quotes that example.
Good. Very nice.
And third point, you said must. You said that must teach, must go. You said like that. Our Bangalore conference, Swamiji said for you to go and attend. You went that. No, you were not initially prepared to go about that. Then you said this is the place where you should go to put our viewpoint. So these are the things immediately struck me.
Good. Good. Thank you, Ramuji. Hemavati ji.
Guruji, actually they say, listen before you speak. Because you must, unless we listen, only then the communication will be effective, and also if there is a conflict or something, for resolving that, first we have to listen to the other thing, and then empathy also builds up. That is where the Shrusha part comes, the Seva part. So listen before you speak. So we have to listen. Lend me your ears. They say, no? Lend me your ears. And I liked what Hariji said, Sushrushifying. Namadhatu. He made Namadhatu of that.
Yeah.
And in the last, you quoted something, Jekmarji, that about lung and ling and lat, something you said. About something. What was it? I didn't catch it properly.
Lingarte lat.
Lingarte lat. Okay. Thank you, Guruji.
Yeah. Thank you, Ramuji.
Great danger of the people, drivers who listen to this, put what you call song in the car and drive. That's the greatest danger. That's
fair enough. Thank you, Ramuji. Understood. Good point. Don't say my guru asked me to listen, and so wherever you go, where you should not listen, also you're listening. That's not correct.
Even Vedantins, they put this CDs or MP3 in the car and drive. So that also many things happens in the US more because it's a long drive. That happens.
Thank you, Ramuji. Thank you for that reminder. Dheeraj Madan.
Namaste. Namaste, Guruji.
Namaste.
So when you said Aksharam, the three reasons were used: Aksharatvat, Akshayatvat, and Aksharatvat, Akshayatvat, and Akshatat. So what were the three dhatus you mentioned for these three, and their meanings, if you could repeat? So
Yeah.
akshayatvat
So
was she dhatu, which is same in apakshiyate, and then akshar and akshata.
kshar dhatu.
Aksharanath. I didn't catch
Kshar.
the Aksharanath part, Guruji, also.
Yeah, aksharanath. So there dhatu is kshar dhatu. Kshar. Ksharati. Ksharati means declines.
Lines.
Aksharanath. Okay, and then akshata is the other word, third one that you mentioned. So Prasanna, you got that? Akshara, kshar dhatu is to decline.
Aksharanath was, Akshatatvat was the decline dhatu, right?
Akshata is killing.
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 Vinashyati.
Kshata is to get killed.
So that akshata, okay. So akshata will relate to vinashyati.
1 minute. Dheeraj, 1 minute. Kshata. So kshata comes from the kshana dhatu. Kshana dhatu. So kshanoti, kshanute, kshana dhatu. And so that which gets killed is called kshata. Akshata means that which cannot be destroyed. It's akshata.
Vinashati or whatever. Yeah.
Vinashyati. Yeah, exactly.
Guruji.
So three of the
Okay.
six
And what is the difference you mentioned between akshara and akshaya?
Kshi dhatu. Kshara I take back. It's change. Kshara is change. Change.
Okay, so that is like viparinamate and
Parinamate.
parinamate.
Change. Change, decay, and then vinashanam. Nashyati.
Yes. Okay.
Parinamate, apakshiyate, vinashyati. First one, kshar is parinamate, and then kshi is what do you call that? Apakshiyate, and then the last one. Kshana. Kshata. Kshata is not avinashi. Avinashitvat.
So it's like the combination of these three also found somewhere else also, these kshi, kshara and shana together, like in the same phrase or in the same sentence. Like, have other people also noticed this, or like only Shankaracharya has done this?
I don't know. You check and let
Because
me know.
this is a very interesting triad. I think it should be used in other places also, I think.
Possible, yeah. If you find it, let me know. Yeah, if you find it. Use your artificial intelligence engine and ask the question. Maybe ChatGPT will tell us. We don't know. It can tell us also. Thank you, Dheeraj. Satish, go ahead.
Yeah, I think Ramuji or they were talking about listening to music is not good. So an incident happened about last year, I think. One of our Satsangi, Gayatri, she was she was listening to Guruji's lecture. She was crossing the road and suddenly a bike came and then hit her and she died on the spot. She was about 65, 66, like that.
Okay.
This is an incident I recall because Ramaji was saying while driving, you cannot listen to the music.
Do we know that Gayatri?
No. It's our Satsangi from
Your
the
Satsangi. Okay.
Paniraj sir class.
Yeah, Paniraj. Yeah. What happened? Where in Bangalore this must have happened?
Bangalore, yeah. She was crossing the road after going to a market and she came to the middle of the road and didn't see or hear the bike sound, and he came and hit her directly. And this thing was on. Lecture was on. It's very bad, sad incident. And in there, one son is in Rishikesh, actually, in the ashram you went, no? That his name is Govinda or something. Like he is a teacher there.
Oh. That's very sad.
Yeah.
That's very sad. Yeah.
How was your experience, Guruji?
Yeah. So, மாமா அதை வேணுமா சரி கதை திறந்துக்கோங்க இருக்கா பூங்குடி இருக்கா உள்ள So Bira, you had a question?
This is Hema.
Yeah.
I asked you, how was your
Yes.
trip?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The question
So,
was, Guruji, shall
tell
I?
me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This parinamate, nashyati, pakshiyate and all has this upasarga, no? What does that, viparinamate, no? It has a visarga V. So, is it to indicate visheshena?
So விபரிணாமத்தை தந்திருக்கலாம் பரவாயில்ல விபரிணாமத்தை யா பரிணாமத்தை changes விபரிணாமத்தை we have to give a meaning changes you say hey, no change is reversible can give meanings like that
Okay.
you can't get back how much ever cream I apply on my skin the skin is going to get more wrinkled also and age of course can't be changed and so that is the meaning of it here because Vedantins simply change or we are not satisfied with saying simply change so because vikara how many types what are the things are there the karma results of karma samskaraha samskaryam vikaryam utpadyam and apyam
Yeah.
and so all of these are permanent changes so we should take it like that viparinamate.
Or I thought cyclical type of, it doesn't destroy fully, but it is something cyclical.
Mm. Yeah, we should look at Kosha and see. We should Bhashyakara. What Bhashyakara says we have to see. Because
And
Kosha
even,
also, what happens, if you look at our dictionaries, what they do is, they are not Vedantis.
mm,
So they'll give some meaning from Kalidasa and all that they will say. Hey, Kalidasa's meaning is irrelevant here. A good meaning when you it's a good meaning. But sometimes that's not the meaning we want. So we have to be careful with dictionaries also. That's why Bhaashyam becomes important for us. Many things we quote are what Bhashyakara says, not what a
because
dictionary says.
pakshiyate, that kshi dhatu to decay or decline is fine, but apakshiyate, I was thinking like, which it can be misunderstood as doesn't decline also.
Yeah. Yeah. We should not mistake it like that.
Yeah.
Because appa, it is appa, not a. If
Uh,
a means Nanji will come, it is appa, upasarga, appa upasarga.
so apa.
Kshiyate, then apakshiyate. So don't say pakshiyate and then a plus pakshiyate. That becomes wrong.
Uh,
It's not
Kshiyate,
like that.
apa. Okay, Guruji. Dhanyavad.
Previous birth, I was a pakshi. Now I'm a human being. Apakshiyate. Dheeraj, go ahead.
Namaste again. Actually, regarding that Shabdkosh part, I was asking that is there any Shabdkosh which gives the Vedantic sort of interpretation or that Vyutpatti it will give in the Vedanta sense of the word? Is there any good Shabdkosh for that?
Dheeraj wants to go for gold. Straight away gold I want. I don't want all this in between at the third, the second and all. First, I want gold. That's it. And so, is there a Vedantic dictionary? That is what he's asking. Some people have prepared these dictionaries. Yes, it's a good question. Because people who have studied this for years, they study and then so this. I've seen a dictionary before. If I find it, I'll let you know. I don't use it, but I've seen it. It's a PDF file somewhere sitting. So do me a favor, send me a message on WhatsApp. That will be a trigger for me to look for it. Okay.
Yashka's Nirukta is not a...
But it may not be a Vyutpatti and all. So it is not a Vyutpatti. It may have Vyutpatti, but it is a meaning of the word. So I don't know. I have not seen that kind of a dictionary that you are looking for. Okay. So we'll see. We'll see. Okay. We'll see.
No,
Yashka's
because
Nirukta...
sorry.
Sorry, Yashka's Nirukta will not fit.
Nirukta is different. Nirukta is Vedic words which are not common. So Nirukta is not the right. Vedic words which are uncommon, which are not there in our conversations. That is Nirukta. May have other things also, but no, we don't have such a thing. That's why Shravanam Kuru. I will bypass Shravanam. I just give me all the this Guruji, all this talk and all that. So much time it takes. I want just give me that one thing. Kasminnu Bhagavo Vijjate Sarvam Idam Vijjatam Bhavati. Give me that one book from which I can get everything. So that's a good question. We don't know. Maybe we can pose a question somewhere in the sannyasi group. I'll see if I can post this question and see what kind of answer I get. Okay. I'll tell them one of my students is very great student and he asked me this question. I didn't know how to answer this question. Let's see what happens. Thank you, Dheeraj.
Dhanyavad again.
Thank you. Thank you. All right. So it's about 8 o'clock, close to 7:55. All right. I'll tell you briefly about Aradhana. Every year it happens. It happens at other ashrams also. And so Rishikesh, this time it is big 10th anniversary of Puja Swamiji's Samadhi. Therefore, it was somewhat big. And so many sannyasis had come. And many acharyas also were there. I won't say many. It looks like there weren't that many actually. So I was one, maybe I was one and maybe one other person was there. They call us acharyas and not a sannyas. So I was not planning to go, but Swamiji called me. Sakshat Katananjaji sent me a message. And so I decided to just go for a few days. This program lasted for 7 days. And so, but I just went there for 3 days. 2 days of meetings. Typically, we have what's happening over the last several years. Arsha Vidya is now decided, it dawned on them that we should have meetings to decide the future of Arsha Vidya. What should sannyasis do? We are not like Chinmaya Mission, highly organized and there is one head and then everything happening, No such thing happens. Every Swami is on their own. Every Swami is an island. Okay. And so that's why I do what I'm doing. I'm not reporting to anybody. We have Swamiji's blessings. This is how every Swami, sannyasi is. And so finally, some 4, 5, 6 years ago, we started meeting. And Corona happened. So there's all this Zoom things we started having. And so we started meeting. Then it has gone all the way to every annual meeting. Now we have 2 days of meetings. And what happened? They asked for ideas for agenda items to discuss in the meeting. And then slowly I started giving ideas. We can have this, like that. So they either choose it or to be in the agenda or won't choose it. So generally they have picked up my items, my suggestions, and it becomes a topic for discussion. And somehow what happened over the years, the discussion has become a pure how to protect dharma kind of discussion. Okay. What is the role of sannyasis in Hindu society? That kind of thing, besides teaching Vedanta. And so this time I suggested 2 or 3 topics. And one topic I suggested was about leveraging interfaith meetings. Okay, that was the topic. Okay. Now, so somehow I told Swaminiji, this is what this topic is about. Like that I said, and she discussed with Swamiji. Swaminiji is coordinating, Brahma Prajnanandaji, who spoke to us a few weeks ago, right? That Swamiji is coordinating. And she spoke to Sakshatji and they wanted the topic there. Then what happened, when the 2-day meeting started, first she asked me to talk. She put my agenda item first. All right. So this is how I started the talk, okay? Some of you may not know the context. So this is how I exactly started. I said, sannyasis. So what I'm going to say now is literally what I spoke to the sannyasis, okay? About 3 months ago, Swami Sadatmanandaji of Arshavadya Anaikatti got an invitation from Azim Premji University. I asked them, how many of you have heard of Azim Premji? Like that. Then about 1/10 of the sannyasis raise their hands. So most of them don't know. So I explained to them, Azim Premji, founder of a big IT shop called a company called Wipro, and he has a foundation, and one of the products of that foundation is this Azim Premji University. But they're not free or anything. It's an elite place, really place only for if you have a lot of money only you can go there. And so they invited Swamiji for dialogues in harmony. Then Swamiji asked me, Jaikumar, go ahead and represent us if you can. Then I said, Swamiji, Azim Premji University is a leftist university like JNU. If you know JNU, and APU is worse than that, because I'll give an example. I said in the last convocation, last commencement, when the students graduated, all students wore a flag on their chest. The flag says Free Palestine, something like that. And the Vice Chancellor is giving out the degrees. This is how it is. And then Swamiji said, no, Jaikumar, if you're not comfortable, don't go. I said, I will think about it for a day, Swamiji. Give me a day and then let me think it over. Then I came back to Swamiji and said, Swamiji, I'll go. The reason, the interfaith meetings are typically conducted, I've attended many in the US, none in India. And typically they are conducted by churches. And their goal is to invite you. Generally, Hindus will get very happy when they get invited to these kinds of events and they say, oh, they want to listen to me. Means Christians want to know about Hinduism. That's the average response to these things. But these interfaith meetings are not like that. They are inviting you because you are a pain in the neck, but you can't be ignored. That is why they invite you. And they want to learn from you. And then it's a way of suppressing criticism. Suppressing the Hindu criticism of Abrahamic religions. So they periodically invite you and, this Biradari, and they do all these things. So I had my own share of, what do you call it? Once they invited me in US, and I told that organizer, you're inviting me, I'll be happy to come, but I'm going to talk about conversion. Are you okay with that? If you're okay with that, I'll come. Then she said that she is a Hindu. She was a Hindu representative all these years. This, what is her name? Kulkarni, Beth Kulkarni, okay, in Houston. She was the one. And Beth said, yep, go ahead. So I went and spoke there. And it doesn't attract attention. It only, they're only eyebrows when you talk like that. So here I told Swamiji was not invited to speak. He was invited to be an attendee, a listener, Shushrusha. He was asked to do Shushrusha for 2 days. Okay. Swamiji, you are not presenting, first of all, number one. Your name is not there in the list. Only one Swami's name is there, Swami Narasimhanandaji of Ramakrishna Mission of Kozhikode. This Kerala. All right. Okay. So that's number two. These conferences are generally, you see the list, there are 2 Hindus, 2 days of programs. There are 6 Muslims talking. There are 5 Christians talking. And all big league leaders. Jama Masjid, the number 1 masjid, the headquarters of Islam of India is Jama Masjid, Delhi. His name is there. Archbishop of Bangalore, his name is there. Okay, his name is Peter Machado. That's his name. Okay, these people are all there. So I told Swamiji, I'll go, not for 2 days, but 1 day. If there is a time for Q&A, then I will speak. That is the only time we'll have a chance to speak. So we'll see if I can leverage that thing. So after the first day, there was half a day, there was nothing. Second half, at the end, at 4:30, there was a call for Q&A. Now it's time for any questions. Then some questions were there, and my turn came. And I had prepared to ask this question. I mean, I knew the theme of what I was going to ask. So I was telling now all these things to Swamiji's. I told them, when my turn came, I asked this question. The audience had three Muslim leaders. One was the Jama Masjid person, then one Sufi head was there, and some Chishti or somebody, some other person was there. And two Christians were there. One of them was this Peter Machado. So that was a perfect audience for me. Perfect audience. One Udupi Matha representative was there. And then I said, look, there is one religion. I just came out in just kata. One religion claims that their goal is Ghazwa-e-Hind, which means converting Hindustan into Islamistan. Another religion believes that they have to bring Jesus to the heathens of India, to the Hindus of India. And because there is a rich harvest waiting to be reaped, as said by Pope John Paul II in 1999 in Delhi. And now you are wanting us to talk about harmony here. I want to hear from the heads of the leaders here what they mean by harmony. This is what I said. And I didn't get claps and all that. This is the pin drop silence is there, obviously. And so now the mic is gone. I could have said more. It's a cruel joke. I could have said a lot of things, but that's not the point. So now there was a pause for 10 seconds, 15 seconds. There was a pause. Then the Muslim fellows didn't say anything. And the Christian, this Peter Machado, took the mic. He took the mic and he thundered, I do not convert. This fight did not convert, it seems. Okay. And then he's explaining, Indians must have the freedom to convert. You must have the freedom to choose your religion. Like this, blah, 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 blah. He was going on for 15 minutes. 15 minutes. I made up my mind. I said, after this conference is over, because it's going to over, the door is going to open and tea time and over. That afternoon's program is over. I was going to go meet him outside the hall and I had to have a word with him. I made up my mind. And so he went on like this. I'm telling all this to sannyasis, okay? And then I looked for him after this thing was over. He was nowhere to be found. I searched for him. And you know what I wanted to tell him? I wanted to tell him, look, Mr. With all due respects, you're the Archbishop of Bangalore. I'm so happy to meet. Who will get a Hindu like me getting to meet the Archbishop of Bangalore? But with all due respects, these are all old tricks. Hindus have figured you out. You have to come up with new tricks. What you're talking is 2000 years old. And it's too old. You have to come up with new stuff. This is what I wanted to tell him on his face. If you have the courage, go back to your place and tell your leaders that some short fellow came and told me this. You tell me. This is what I had in mind to say. Everything I told this to sannyasis. After I said this, they started clapping. This is what I presented. And I was telling sannyasis, let's have a discussion on this interfaith meetings. Interfaith meetings means don't think that somehow it is praising Hindu and don't feel good about all these things. This is the only chance you, the sannyasi, will have to present your point of view. Okay, not Hinduism. Don't even talk about Hinduism. They are not. Sorry? Okay. Am I audible? I said, don't go there and be proud that Christians and Muslims are going to listen about Hinduism. They are not. They don't want to listen about it. They know enough about Hinduism. In fact, they know more than our own children. And so you go and speak. Use these kinds of opportunities to voice what Pujya Swamiji would have said in so many conferences. We are all students of Pujya Swamiji. That is the message I want to give. Let's have a discussion, I said. Okay. Believe it or not, 4 hours went. 4 hours. There are only 2 days of meetings. 1/4 of the agenda finished off in this thick topic. And about this and that and conversion and Islam and Christianity and all. Then I said, look, not everybody is comfortable. Somebody said, this is not everybody's cup of tea and all they were saying. I said, correct. But don't feel, sannyasi should not feel like they must be scholars of Islam and Christianity to go and voice your opinion. You don't have to be. You can even say things like, look, I am a sannyasi. You people are killing our sannyasis. In Maharashtra, you killed our sannyasi. Other places, you've killed sannyasis. In Bangladesh, just recently, one sannyasi, or Ramakrishna Mission sannyasi was dragged and you guys arrested him for no reason. And instead of me talking about Hinduism, you have to tell me why your religion does this. You have to tell me why you emptied Jammu and Kashmir of all our Kashmiri Pandits. Like this, I was trying to tell the sannyasis that you have a lot of ammunition in your own hands. Don't you use it. If your words will reach tens of thousands of miles, you should use it. Like that I said, and I rested my case. Anyway, that is not all, right? So that is one meeting. But after that, we had other discussions, and of course Swamiji's Aradhana was there. Some of you may have seen it on YouTube. But a lot of sannyasis were there. I got a chance to meet some I have not met in a long time, and got after this talk, many sannyasis came to me. Aapne bahut acha bola, like that he said. Another sannyasi got up in this discussion, and he's almost blind. Some problem with his eyes. His eyes are constantly closing, it seems. Nobody is able to solve the problem. Constantly closing. So he's as good as blind. The lids, he can't open the lid. This is how it is. But he's working, it seems. He's working on it. He got up. He's from Gujarat. He said, देखिए, हिंदी में बोल दिया इन्होंने. देखिए, Swamiji also has said, Hinduism is in danger. ये हिंदू धर्म will not last for more than 50 years. आपका वेदांता सब कुछ बंद हो जाएगा थोड़ी देर के बाद. Sannyasi is talking. He's a senior sannyasi. Very clearly he said, all sannyasis listening. आप अगर धर्म को नहीं बचाओगे, आपका वेदांत खत्म हो जाएगा. Like this, he gave a talk for 15 minutes. I tell you, people clapped their hands for that. Thank God for him to be there. And sannyasi talking to sannyasis is so important. Me talking is not that powerful. So all that happened. I was so happy at this meeting that we really talked all 2 days full about seva and how to reach out to rural villages, rural people. What sannyasis are already doing work. We came to know some good work. All that came out in these 2 days. So I'll pause with that. It was a great time to be there and get the blessings of all sannyasis. Okay. How many namaskaras I've done. And so that sampradaya. See, we are not as organized. This thing is organized. They have a very hierarchy, and they have a way of creating posters. They have the entire network is operation. Here, there is absolutely no network. There is no machinery at all. So now the sannyasis are discussing. And so now there is some discussion. There is a WhatsApp group. So people ask questions, answer. Vedanta also. But otherwise, the possibility of getting help from others is there. So it's slowly gelling. And last year, I said, Bangladesh, so much is going on. Bhaashyam Vidya Gurukulam should write a letter. If help needed, I will draft a letter. Like that I said. They said, go ahead, Jayakumar, draft it. So we drafted that letter. Waqf board, they're asking for feedback. Bhaashyam Vidya Gurukulam should write a letter. Share our feelings to the Prime Minister's office. I wrote that letter and then sent it out. Then Calcutta, I think there was some violence before that, if I remember right. And so for that, we wrote a letter. So these things are all happening. So that's the update from my side. Any questions from you, Sravana and then Ramu?
Thank you, Guruji. You were talking about the Archbishop of Bangalore, that they need to find new tricks to convert. It's the old story. They are finding new tricks. They are appropriating our culture, our traditions and rituals into theirs, so that that particular strata where they are trying to convert feels comfortable. Like last year, I saw a video during Navratris in Telangana. There is a festival called Batkama, where a floral decoration is made and prayers are done, and then songs, folk songs are sung, and women go around, etc. It's a Gauri Puja. So I saw a video floating, which was out from the outskirts of Hyderabad, where they have put Mother Mary and bouquets, etc. And these women, obviously new converts or what, they have that amused look on their face, but they're still going around. And there's a song that is going on saying, "Chinna gorralam, manchi gorralam, we are small lambs, good lambs," and they are going around. It was too funny. A couple of our friends and others, we shared it and we laughed over it. We are laughing over the cultural appropriation. But look at the trick. Look at the trick that they're using to bring people into their fold with the existing rituals and slowly converting them. That is what is happening. And if you see on some social media handles, like No Conversion, etc., and other handles, you will see that these people, their long-term intention, I think it's a few hundreds of years of also, somebody who landed from Europe to India also said that Jesus is one of the avatars. They want to make Jesus one of the avatars. So Jesus has to become part of our, like how we have so many deities, they want to put Jesus also as one of the deities.
So this is, you said this is, you saw it somewhere? Is that what you said? Or?
Yeah. There was a video of this, and it was from the outskirts of Hyderabad. There is one Christian conversion stuff that is going on outside Hyderabad. Big time. Big time.
Yeah. Yeah. So if you find some write-up or something on that church, I mean the Jesus becoming the next avatar, let me know. Send me that link. I'll be interested.
I think Rajvedam also had told me about, told in one of his talks, I have heard him say that there was this somebody who had come from Europe couple of hundreds of years ago, and then he was trying to state that Jesus is an avatar.
Correct. So that's correct. So that what's his name? William somebody. Yeah, they have a statue of him in Marina Beach and all that in Chennai. So okay. Right. So he used the word avatar. I'm just curious if there is some push somewhere here today that Jesus should be made avatar, and our government may fall for these tricks also.
Sorry, Guruji, to interrupt you. There is a lot of attempt, and you will also see that in this particular strata that they're trying to convert, the targeted audience, if I can say, that they also use our Griha Pravesham rituals of boiling milk and taking a deity photo inside and all that. They're doing all the rituals. That is the attempt that is going on.
Yeah, no, fair enough. No, I know all that, Sravanaji, and these days what they're doing is, church is there, now they're putting a Dvajastambam outside the church. Dvajastambam. It looks like a temple, So they are correct, you're right. They will use every trick in the book and more also they will add tricks. But I wanted to scare this guy. My goal was, I was aware of all this. You have to try new means. I just wanted to tell him that we are getting aware of all this. This game will end. Something like that. Purposely, I wanted to just tell it on his face. But yeah, you're right. You're right. They're coming up with new tricks. Church also on top, the carvings like the temple's carvings. All this
that you will find in Andhra churches where the churches are looking like temples and temples are looking like churches. The last few years of one particular chief minister, one finds these a lot in Andhra. And the Dvajastambam I saw a lot in Kerala.
Yeah. Jesus riding the chariot. Okay, not Krishna. Jesus riding the chariot. Okay, that is modern.
Jesus Ashtotaram.
Jesus Ashtotaram. Look at that.
Ashtotaram. And then there is a young girl in church. She's chanting Bhagavad Gita as between God and Jesus. Same thing. Instead of using Krishna and Arjuna, she says God and Jesus.
Yeah, I've heard of that also.
Total cultural usurping.
Misappropriation. Complete misappropriation. Yeah, thank you, Shravanaji. Point noted. Yeah, Ramoji, then Hariji.
They are just copycats. They do all the things. Aravana and all this also is there. And Yeshu Ashtotram is there in Sanskrit. And somebody claims Ishavasya is Ishopanishad. Yeshupanishad. It is also
Yeah.
there. That's point. Another point you suggested about the sannyasi from Gujarat who is having the drooping eyes. It is called myasthenic gravia. There is only one medicine which has got sun pharma, it's a Gravitor 60. That is only medicine you can have. And especially, in fact, my aunt had it for many years, and they, in fact, try with Botox to injection. It may work for 2-3 months, the drooping stops. It is a nervous problem. Drooping eyes happens. But the thing is, actually, it goes on. First, when you take one tablet, then it goes on increasing. You have to take Gravitor 60, 1 mg, Gravitor 60, you have to take continuously. That's the only medicine right now we have.
Okay.
Then another thing regarding the Kanyakumari, where this Vivekananda Rock Memorial was started by Eknathji, I had heard from Hednavji himself how much problem these Kanyakumari Christians face with the construction of the Vivekananda Rock Memorial. How they prevent the transporting of the goods from the thing, how they, when they wanted to start the Vivekananda Rock Memorial, they went and established a, a cement cross on the Sripada Guha, Sripada Parai, and which was removed by RSS volunteers who swam and removed it, and after that it was guarded, and even the Tamil Nadu government was against establishing and all these things. I heard from Eknathji himself, and in fact, 2 of my friends who are RSS Pracharaks in the Kanjipuram area, they were the people who would talk to Paramacharya, Tanulinganadar, and also the Ram Gopal, Ranganathan, and H. Raman and all. They were all Pracharaks in the Kanjipuram area. They talked to Kanjipuram Periva and asked, they brought Shankaracharya Swami Jayendra Saraswati out for all these public works, visiting villages and all. They were the person who did it. And in fact, Ram Gopal was hacked in Madurai because he had started. He had started in 1980 or something, and the Ramanathapuram incident and all. In 83 or 84, he was hacked. Ram Gopal.
Correct.
Hindu Manani. You know that?
Yeah, correct.
They were personally known.
So Eknathji, the service he has done to Sanatana Dharma is amazing at a time when, you know, it requires political will to do that, and every state has to be involved.
You
And
know
so
how much Nehru opposed it. You know how much Nehru, in one day he got the signature of 323 MPs when Shastri directed get that and pass the resolution in the parliament. Nehru opposed it. In 123 days, he arranged the signature of all party MPs sitting in Delhi.
Correct.
He was the organizing secretary of Eknathji, RSS. So when somebody approached and this idea came up, Gurji Golwalkar sent Eknathji. And he sat for 6-9 months and he wrote one book called Rousing Call to the Hindu Nation. It's a small book of, very, very inspiring book of
a lot of people have sacrificed. Ram Gopalji, I met him in Chennai long ago. Means
he had come to my house in Dombivli. He had come to, we organized the first Sabha at Dharavi for starting a RSS Shaka Hindu Munnani branch in Bombay. Went and organized Shaka in Dharavi, this thing. in 1983.
And
83. We opened it is working complete now. We four, five
nice,
people
nice.
when they started the first introduction of the RSS and all these other ideas there in the Dharavi slums.
Good, good, good. So nice, so nice. Glad you could engage with Ram Gopalanji. He is a tapasvi.
No,
He
he
is a
had come to
tapasvi.
my house in Dombivli because his friend Ranganathan and his wife also. She was in charge of Rashtra Sevika Samiti.
Mm.
He was staying with me only in the same locality as me. He was working in Voltas after 3-4 years of service. Another person who was in the same field was Mr. Hest Raman. He had started a old age home and orphanage at all Panvel.
Okay.
So he was running that. He was usually
Very,
called Tour Raman. He
very
was
good. Very good. Thank you, Ramuji, for that feedback. Thank you.
in fact, one of his branches was working in my home in my Palakkad. I had rented out my house at his house for old age home.
To that person, Ramanji.
Ramanji. And I also arranged another person to take over from a Kanyakumari person who was wanting to run a senior citizen home there in Kanyakumari. They took it up and ran up for so many things. After Raman's death, many things changed.
Okay. Very good. Good service, Ram.
He was running many old age homes in so many places. What you call in Kanjipuram, Kalahasti, Palakkad, and Kashi, and all. And Kalladakurchi also. The Kalladakurchi branch is being run by my neighbor, one Dr. Padmanabhan. Mine is behind Nana Nani neighbor. He is running it after the death of Raman. Fully.
Good. Very good. Great service, Ramuji. Great service. Really, I'm telling you. This is not ordinary stuff. Thank you. Thank you, Ramuji. Yeah, Hariji, go ahead.
Hari Om Guruji. Guruji, if
Hari Om.
Narayanji can give this portion of what you have briefed us about your meeting and all, if that can be sent to me, I would be very happy to resend the same thing to Swami Sakshat Pradhananda. I am regularly in touch with him, so that whatever you have spoken and you have briefed us, it may reverberate again in his ears.
No. Sakshat Danji was there in the meeting.
Yeah, but I can tell him that this is what you had briefed us about your.
No, I mean, Sakshat
to give a
Danji, you
re-impetus.
can send him a message. Jaikumar ji updated us about the progress at Arsha Vidya. It was very impressive. Talked about these things. Like that, you can send a message. But he doesn't need to see the video
Okay.
or
No,
things
I
like
just thought I can, because I am regularly in touch with him.
Good. No, that's very good. No, you can. But I'm saying that he was part of the meeting. He doesn't need, I mean, we don't have to waste his time by sending
Okay.
a video link. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
But you can tell him this is what happened, and like that you can appreciate his blessings.
Okay.
You can appreciate he's the one who made all this happen. Correct?
Yeah.
So that you can say. That you can say.
In fact, my wife had gone there. No? So she was there for the session this time.
Oh,
Yeah. She
you didn't
came
tell.
there. She
You didn't tell.
was
You could
with.
have told me.
She met also Swamini Sudatmananda.
Okay.
They were
Okay.
going together in the same flight.
Okay.
Yeah.
The return flight was via Hyderabad for me. So.
But you came one day earlier. They came.
Yeah.
She came only yesterday.
Yeah. Good. Thank you, Hariji. Thank you.
Okay, I will update. briefly, because I am off and on.
definitely.
I am in touch with him.
Please tell him that we got a chance to hear from Jaykumarji, and thank you for organizing this good discussion with the sannyasis. Like that, you can say. Mm.
Okay.
Yeah, Narayananji.
Just saw a recent news article that TTD is planning to install temples in about 1,000 villages in Andhra to target it against conversion. Just a
Oh,
news article yesterday, day before yesterday in the papers. They are planning to take
okay.
it up in a big way. TTD is planning to take it up in a big way. At least one proactive step instead of just only resistance. I mean, at least proactively. I saw that article.
That's good, because that's a good way to spend the money also. Because what do you do with all the money? Constantly getting criticism. And so that's a very good news. If you can find that thing, let me know. I want to see
I
that
will
news.
send you that article. I'll send you that article. Second thing,
Mm.
Guruji, is that Wipro was actually founded by Premji's father.
Okay.
It was original name of Wipro was Western India Vegetable Products Organization. They started manufacturing dalda.
Okay.
Usually
It was
makes
a dalda
you
company to start with.
Dalda.
Western India Vegetable Products.
I see. I see. Okay.
So
Interesting.
later,
Interesting.
he passed away early. Premji's father passed away early. I mean, I was part of Wipro for a short duration. So we go through the history.
So after Wipro, you joined Reliance, is it?
After Wipro, Airtel.
Okay, Airtel. All right. Then you ruined Airtel and came to Reliance, is it?
And I got ruined.
But Airtel is doing well, I think, no?
Yeah. Yeah, it's a competitive market. So those days, 2002, 2003, when Reliance came into the market, Airtel was the only other big player. They were under the fear that they will get crushed, but they survived. They survived. Yeah. They're doing well. They're good competitive.
Very good. Very good. Very good. Yeah, that Tirupati news is good, encouraging news. If it is there, let me know. I want to inform our sannyasis.
I will share that
Yeah.
article. I read it somewhere. Yeah, a couple of days.
regarding Tirupati, I had sent you a video of P Gurus last week, where they were trying to hold a conference of Tablighi Jaman in Tirupati, which was successfully stopped after writing to that Deputy Chief Minister and this thing. They were they were wanting to hold a conference, a Muslim wanting to hold a conference in Tirupati, Tablighi Jaman. Then last minute they cancelled the thing.
Okay. Yeah, this Global Hindu Heritage Foundation. Yeah. What is his name?
They stopped it.
His name is, I know him, Dallas. He's from Dallas. So his name is Yelamanchili Garu.
Another person from Andhra only. Someone I had sent you a link. I think P Gurus last week there was there.
So you are sending me a lot of links. So I don't even have.
I agree, but but relevant. No, but okay.
Good. Thank you.
So Guruji, this was an article on Twitter. I saw that from Mega Updates. TTD to build 1,000 temples in Dalit villages to prevent religious conversions. That was the tweet which I saw.
Mega updates. Yeah, if that is linking to some article, let me know.
Yeah, sure, Guruji.
Mega updates is good.
Yeah.
Mega updates. Yeah. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Dhanvantaraya Amrita Kalasha Hastaya Sarvamaya Vinashanaya Trilokyanathaya Shri Mahavishnave Namaha.